The South African Reserve Bank says VBS Mutual Bank is in a far worse situation than previously thought. Parliament's Finance Portfolio Committee heard that the bank ignored numerous warnings from the Reserve Bank about an impending disaster. Soon after the news of VBS, the High Court in Pretoria dismissed an application by Gupta-linked companies to force the Bank of Baroda to continue servicing them. The India-based bank previously announced that it would be shutting down its operation in South Africa. Meanwhile, Home Affairs Director General Nkusilia Plini clarified that Atul Gupta and his brother Rajesh are South African citizens. He said the third brother AJ, however, is not a South African. The confusion regarding Atul Gupta's citizenship arose when Home Affairs Minister Malusi Gigaba denied in Parliament that Atul was a South African. In other news, a surprise visit by Gigaba at the Beitbridge border post at Musina in Limpopo revealed that some staff members had tampered with biometric security equipment. This after a video clip portraying a Home Affairs official at Beitbridge border post checking her Facebook and WhatsApp while she was meant to be working went viral. The Hawks crime fighting unit served a summons on former President Jacob Zuma to appear before the Durban High Court on the 6th of April. The state alleged that former President Jacob Zuma contravened the Income Tax Act for allegedly making false statements in his income tax returns and failing to show his gross income when he filed his tax returns. According to the indictment, Zuma was allegedly paid more than 4 million rand by Shabir Sheikh's cash-strapped company, Nakobi Group, between 1999 and 2005. There was outrage after Hawks officers raided Jacques Paul's home at Riebeek Kasteel in the Western Cape, Swartland, searching for classified documents. Paul's book, The President's Keepers, contained a number of allegations against State Security Agency head Arthur Fraser, as well as former President Jacob Zuma, including that he was paid a 1 million rand a month for at least 4 months after he became president in 2009. The payments, according to the book, were made by longtime Zuma ally, Durban businessman Roy Mudley. Former Public Enterprises Minister Lynn Brown resigned as an ANC Member of Parliament. Brown was removed from her position in Cabinet in President Cyril Ramaphosa's reshuffle in February. In September, Justice Raymond Zondo would dismiss Brown's application to cross-examine SABC Jonas at a sitting of the Commission inquiry into state capture. In other news, the Joint Constitutional Review Committee, set up to review Section 25 of the Constitution to allow the state to expropriate land without compensation, has said it will embark on an extensive public participation process. Former real estate agent Vicky Momberg was sentenced to an effective 2 years in prison by the Randburg Magistrates Court for her racist tirade in 2016. The court sentenced her to 3 years with 1 year suspended. That year was suspended for a period of 3 years on condition that she did not commit the offence again. Later in July, Momberg would be granted leave to appeal a sentence by the South Gauteng High Court. South Africans were relieved when ratings agency Moody's gave the country another stay of execution. It kept South Africa's credit rating hovering one notch above junk status. The death toll from the listeriosis outbreak reached 189. Tiger Brands said there had been no job losses since the company shut down its Pretoria factory, where traces of the listeria bacteria were discovered. Meanwhile, major retailers in neighbouring countries recalled products amid the outbreak. Rain wreaked havoc on Gauteng as several parts of Johannesburg and surrounding areas were flooded due to heavy downpours. Several roads and low-lying bridges were closed, including freeways. A number of residents were also evacuated after their shacks were flooded. In a case that shocked the nation, parents of pupils in Soweto felt fearful and let down after the Gauteng Department of Education revealed that a police investigator allegedly molested 2 grade 3 girls, aged 7 and 8. They were among the 87 pupils allegedly sexually assaulted by a school security guard prior to this incident. Ian Khama, a retired army general, stepped down as the president of Botswana, handing the diamond-rich country to his deputy Mokgweetsi Masisi after a decade at the helm. Finally, physicist Stephen Hawking died. For SABC News, I'm Nina Westhuizen.